Hello, this is Godel. Welcome back to Islands of Insight Hub Puzzle Series Season 3, where I see a puzzle we can start on immediately. But first, let us take a quick look at our starting puzzle count. 15,917. We are less than 300 puzzles to go. So we're like, it feels like we're finally starting to get in the final stretch. And there's still like a pretty good number of puzzles to solve today. There's 60 puzzles between Shady Wildwood and Serene Deluge, and Verdent Glenn has 8 puzzles, and they're all match 3 puzzles. So what we're probably going to do is, I'm thinking to maybe run around the Serene Deluge or the Shady Wildwood for a bit, and kind of see if we get like overstock of radars like we had been getting in previous days. And then, if so, we can take those to the Verdent Glen. But let's see. Go ahead and start working on this puzzle right here. We don't have any special rules here. All we have to do is satisfy the viewpoints. So that can't go there. Alright, and there's our 5, 3, 4, 2, and 4. Okay, I forgot to mention the number of puzzles we have available in the Shady Wildwood today. So we have 2 mosaics, which we already did 1. We have a rolling block, a crystal labyrinth, 22 logic grids, which we already did 1 of, and then we have a sentinel stone and a matchbox. The last matchbox, actually. So, yeah, we have a good amount of things here that are just gonna be wrapped up permanently after this episode. I mean, I don't know about permanently. Let me look at these puzzle counts again. Actually, I guess only the matchboxes are going to be permanently wrapped up. The rest we must persevere. But I mean, we just found 3 puzzle radars also. That's pretty nice. I can go ahead and grab one of these and gonna get cracking with it. We have 3 markers we can use. There's number 1 that I want to use. Here's number 2 that I want to use. And then for number 3, let's see if there's anything back in this direction we want to mark. Just go up here above the tree so we can see and mark from up here easily. So nothing in that direction. What about this area back here? Aha, yeah, see, there is something back here. Always want to get nice and close to that corner so we don't miss anything. We have another radar here. Hold up, let's not mark this one. Let's mark this radar instead, and then I'm going to go back and grab that. We do have a good amount of grids to do here today. I guess I'm just going to continue on this trail of grids that the puzzle radar is providing me with. Okay, that one over there, like, it's far gone. Too far gone for me. Alright, no 4 in a rows. Whoops. No 3 in a rows, rather, of dark pieces. Feel like we don't want that to touch there. Let's see, we don't really have anything breaking things at the moment. So if we put a dark here, that's going to break stuff, so let's put that there. Now we can get some moves. Okay, we don't want to connect those in all likelihood. And this could come down, but if it doesn't come down, then it would be okay, actually. So why would we have it come down if it doesn't need to? Which means that needs to be light, and I've messed something up. That needs to be dark. There we go. I mean, I can try to see where that grid that we saw over here is, except there's another radar, and it's like, okay, buddy, we don't got any markers left. See, this is what I meant by, let's do the Serene Deluge, or Shady Wildwood first, and then we can have... We're probably going to have overstock of markers that we can take elsewhere. Alright, we need to do oops, all rectangles, and 1 symbol per area. So that's just gonna... Oh, oops, all straight lines, not all rectangles. That's just gonna look like this. Nice and easy one there. This was a radar that we marked here. I might just take this radar out of here. It is, like, kind of far away from everything, so I don't want to be having to backtrack all the way over here. Alright, 15 and 25. Interesting. So... I think we need to discuss where these can't go. So nothing can go here. I think nothing can go in this box right here, right? And then nothing can go here either. Okay, that's just too big, but nothing can go over here. Actually, why couldn't that be light cells? We don't have 1 symbol per light area. Yeah, you know what? Why? On second thought, why have I connected all of this? Those could very well be light cells out there in those boxes. There we go. That seems to make more sense. Alright, so we have a couple logic grids over there. Let's just take this radar and run with it. Let's go back to the Pearl, and then from the Pearl, let's just get a look around here. I will mark this guy in the tree over here, because that seems one I'm likely to miss. Let's see, there's a logic grid up here, down here, towards the speed challenge island. Shifting, or not a shifting, a rolling block puzzle up here. Let's use the radar to get the matchboxes while they're highlighted. Get a better angle, here we go. Oh, there's a lot of stuff, okay. I feel like I just saw another radar somewhere. No, maybe it was the stars from that. Whatever, we're gonna go ahead and just start cranking out some puzzles here. That seems like not the correct way to start. What about if we go this way first? Yep, that looks good. Get the passerby of the armillary ring without slowing down. That's always a nice touch. Alright, we have to do a big ol' square-ish shape here. Whoops. So, like this, so far. Connect all dark cells. I think we're just gonna be... If we're connecting all dark cells, that means all light cells also need to be symmetrical, so let's go ahead and do this. And the rest can just be dark, right? Yep, okay. And then there's one down here. Need 2 darks here, so if we do this dark, it breaks everything, so let's not do that dark. Okay. There's that shape so far. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then to preserve the symmetry, let's do that. Okay. One more this way. Here we go. 2 pipper. Ye old 2 pipper. 1 symbol per light area. Alright, and we gotta connect all light cells, or dark cells rather. This is more or less going to be symmetrical all the way around, right? Yep, okay. Alright, we got... Let's go get our marked puzzles before we take another radar, because I would actually like to have markers for doing stuff. Like here, let's move this marker over here, and this was for this puzzle. Alright. Another one bites the dust. Here's another grid that I marked. With just so many grids here, it's kind of hard to mark and do them all, so... Oh, wait. All numbers off by 1, so this still has to be light, but it has to go like that. Alright. Got me once, shame on me. Got me twice. Still shame on me, probably. 6, we can go all the way there. And then this is gonna go here. We need 3 light cells, and this is gonna be very symmetrical. Okay. So we have those. We need to connect all dark cells. So we're just gonna do this, and I think that finishes us. Yep. Alright, let's get the next puzzle radar here, and let us continue our journey. I think I might go up to the big old launch pad and take that one. Big launch pad up here to get a very fast and wide sweep across the kind of eastern ends of the Shady Wildwood. Let's kind of swerve this way. I don't feel like I did a good survey this way. Oh my goodness, there's so many things over here too. Alright, I'm just gonna try to note that. I will mark that radar though, it's very useful to know. Alright, let's see. Grid, grid, grid. I'm gonna mark that one over there. 2 over here kind of near each other. I think I can remember those. Let's check the top of Autumn Falls over here, make sure there's no sneaky ones up here. Doesn't look like there are, so we're all good up here. There's another one. And there's one down there. Let's get those 2 and then backtrack from there. I wish I put my warp beacon up at the launch pad, but, oh well, too late for that. Alright. Simple and quick one there. All numbers are off by 1 here. And what are you doing with this 11? Okay, it's being 12, apparently. And where was the other one I saw over? Oh, I already did it. Never mind. Alright. Mental reset. We have done the puzzles. Let's go back and get the 2 that were over here. Also gonna have to check my puzzle total. I don't know how many we're working with. How many more we're working with, I guess I should say. Alright. So if we put a dark tile here, we're in trouble, so this has to come at least out there. No 4 in a row connect all light cells, so this has to be dark. Whoops. Yeah, this has to be dark. Okay. So now this has to come here, and this is going to go around like this. We do need to get around this corner over here. And we're going to have to go... Well, we don't have... No, we do have to go around the top up there. Alright. Where was the second one? There it is. I think for this, it's just going to be this, right? Yep. Alright, another easy one. I feel like all the easy ones are, like, coming out of the woodworks. I wish when the game was, like, online only, like, they, like, had the freaking spawn points fixed, because I feel like I did so many puzzles, the same puzzles over and over. Like, I'd be, like, way further along if it was fixed from the get-go. Alright. What's your... Oh, you're already done. Okay, my bad. Sorry. Wrong colors there. Alright. Alright, how many puzzles are we looking at still? We've done our rolling block. We need a mosaic still. We need the crystal labyrinth, but I know where it is. How many more logic grids do we need? 7 more logic grids. We need the sentinel stone still, and we got the matchbox. Okay. Oh, did I see a puzzle reward to claim? Heck yeah, trail length. Looks like we have claimed all of our trail lengths from the Shady Wildwood now. We now have a very long trail, I guess. Yep. Not really going anywhere else with that sentence, so. And before I forget, I keep looking at my quest thinking, I need to turn these in, I need to turn these in. Well, let me actually go do it. Skydrops and hidden objects. Hidden objects is kind of interesting. We do have 3 hidden objects on the map today, so I'm going to take that one. We're definitely not going to have 5 glide rings. That one is not happening. Let me go up here and put a waypoint so that I can use this to zip around. And let's get this next puzzle radar from over here. And first things first, we're going to... I was pulling up OBS because I accidentally minimized it. Mark that guy, I guess. How many markers do we have? We have 3 used, so we have 2 more available. And let's just go around here and swing this way. I saw our sentinel stone and our crystal labyrinth. Nothing in this corner. Here's a logic. Where's this music grid? Behind that tree. Okay. Let's go ahead and clean up what we've seen here. A needs to go... well, this can't be dark, so this has to be light and dark there. No, A has to be light. Those have to be dark. D has to be light. So B, what color would it make sense for B to be? I don't know. B to be dark would make sense. I mean, really, what else are we looking to satisfy here? Just this dart? B has to be dark. I don't know why I'm thinking about it that hard. There has to be a dark here to separate those, and the rest are light. Okay. I feel like I kind of overthought that a little bit. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. I'm actually just going to foresight this whole thing because it doesn't have drums or chorus. I think it should be pretty easy to do it with our whole clue allowance. And we sure did. Alright, let's get our crystal maze here. The entrance is on that side. I don't know why I'm running when I can glide slightly faster. Effort, I guess? I don't know. Oop, hit a wall. One more floor, hit another wall. I didn't see that gap to go through there. Alright, I want to get this grid over here. I kind of forgot about it. Alright, 3 pipper, 1 symbol per area. Actually, like, just a big fan of this rule in general. I enjoy doing this combination of rules. Alright, 6 has to go here. And what else? Did I see a puzzle radar over here? I saw one somewhere. It must have been over in this direction, I think, actually. Yeah, there it is. Alright. So, what do we have marked? We have 3 radars and a puzzle marked currently. Okay, there's our Sentinel Stone. That should be the only one of those we needed to deal with. Let's go up here and... Can we just divert to this island? Yeah, we can, mostly. Alright, what are we doing here? Let's see, we're not going down with that, because that breaks the 2. These cannot touch there. Those can't touch. That can't touch for sure. This one is kind of up in the air. It kind of depends what's happening around it. 5's got to go like this, and then 3 is basically all done, right? Okay. What are we looking at total? Let me check all of the puzzles now. Still need 4 logic grids. And the shifting mosaic we haven't found yet either. Okay, I think there's a mild chance that the logic grids over here and the Serene Deluge are actually part of the, what's it called? The Shady Wildwood. So we're gonna, like, stop over here and do these really quick. I don't know, I kind of like the melody I made, like, a little bit more, just being real. Alright. Gonna need to step away shortly after this puzzle. Let's see, we need to have a light cell here, we need to have... a light cell up here or up here, one of those two. This has to belong to something, so that's gonna go there. Where do we need to break, I think, like, this works? Yeah, very nice. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna be back shortly. Okay. Back from that, let's finish this puzzle over here. So this 3 and that 3 cannot connect. So that means we can't go here. There we go. That is Serene Deluge. Logic grid can't help but notice. Oh well. We will just roll with it. Alright, that's fine. Because we wanted to come here anyways. But we will still need to find our remaining, what did we have? Oh, this is the wrong zone. We had 4 more grids and a mosaic left over here. Here. I think we can go ahead and grab this radar, actually. I don't see a way to wait, reason to wait around for it. Did we do a good sweep over here? Yeah, we did go over here, okay. I was gone for like 30 minutes, so I'm trying to mentally reacclimate myself to where we were in this process here. Okay, we haven't really explored this, like, western side that much, so I'm gonna guess that's where some or most of our remaining puzzles are gonna be. I see 4 markers, so we have 1 marker. Let's put 1 up here for these 3. And there's our last 2 puzzles. Alright, good. So let's get these 2 puzzles and then the 3 that we have marked. Alright, and whoops. There we go. That was just kind of what actually fits here kind of puzzle. Alright, connect all dark cells, huh? Well, that means the dark cell is going to be beholden to this galaxy, which means we also have to make all light cells be the same in reflection. And now we should just be able to drop all darks. Yep. Alright, here is our last mosaic. Looks pretty easy. Thank you for an easy puzzle. Got a 5 pipper over here. 1 symbol per light area. And we only have 4s, so something we need to keep in mind. Whatever we put needs to be able to, like, be reached by something else. So this needs to be light. This 4 is going to be part of these 2, so that needs to go like that. This dark needs to go there. Alright, nice little configuration of L pieces. That was pretty neat. And finally, our last puzzle is this thing. Okay, well, it doesn't look that bad, but it does look like a lot, so... Just connect all light cells is our only rule we have to work with, so... Where do we actually have moves to do here? Let's see, if we put a light here... No, I feel like I'm overcomplicating this. Yeah, here's a move, finally. Jeez. Now we can get some moves going here. Whoops. Did a little too far there. Not necessarily going over there. Are we going through this 5? Some way we're going through this 5. We have to do it here, so not here is what it's telling us. Alright, there we go. There's all of our logic grids for the Shady Wildwood. Good stuff. What else did I have marked over here? Is this all puzzle radars? I think this is all puzzle radars, so let's go ahead and take our... Thought I saw something over here for some reason. Just double checking all of our puzzle completions. Oh, there's a Wandering Echo available today that I overlooked. Oh, wait, we're looking in Serene Deluge. How did we get in Serene Deluge? Here we go. Shady Wildwood. Okay, 100, 100, 100. All good there. All good here. Good there. And all good. Okay, so all good all around. Let's take a radar, and I want to go to Verdent Glenn with these. We have... Was it 6 or 8? Match 3s. Alright, well, we have one immediately down from the stairs of the Pearl. Let's actually just cut, like, through the middle of this zone. One over at that quest. One over here. Let's take a big speed buff here, hopefully. Kind of a speed buff. Alright, so I know 4 of them so far. I think that's good enough for me to hold in my memory. I'll mark that one and then come up here and get this one. This one's the one that's on the outside of the Armillary Rings Temple? Yeah, it looks like it. Let's mark that one too. And then let's check over here. Oh, we have a puzzle radar over here. I'd rather have that marked, so let me break this marker. And then mark the puzzle radar instead. Now we can backtrack. Everybody loves match 3 puzzles. Okay, that doesn't seem a good way to start. What if we just drop this down and start working on getting this set up? No, we need to do that better. Here we go. That gets the piece off the top there. This will get that down, but how do we finish this off? Answer, we don't. How about if we do this? Now we can do that, and we still don't. Okay. If we start with that piece, move that there, move that there. Oh, this is looking good. Here we go. It was looking good until I did that match down there. Let's do this first. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Let's go down and get this one next. Is this as easy as it looks? No, I didn't think so. Still pretty easy, though. Alright, there's one down here. Is it that one? I think so. Interesting. I think we can do this. Nope, that doesn't do what we want. Also, I broke that immediately. I didn't even realize. Okay, so don't do the blue move first. What if we do this move first? No, that move first doesn't work because of that match. So can we prevent that? No, now we need a match 5. Well, what if we do a match 5 up here first? No, we still need a match 5. Okay. Not sure how that's happening. Oh, because this is a match 5 down here too. Oh, I didn't see that. Alright. Let's do this and then... I'm so mad right now. That should have worked. There we go. Okay, and whoops, did a freaking block. Let's go over here and get this one on the temple by this quest. What even is this quest called? I don't even remember. It's so long ago. Connected wall. Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that. That's not... doesn't seem to be a good start. How about this? This sets that up nicely. And then over here... we need to do match 3s here. Let's move that up. There we go. And then the last one was at the Pearl over here. So let's go back to the Pearl and drop down here. Oh, buddy. Okay. drag the green piece over there. Alright, it was just more intimidating than it looked, I guess. Alright, 3 more puzzles to go. In my experience, probably good spots to look for that would be... Can I hit a ledge here somewhere? There we go. That's a nice speed boost that I got. So I think having a warp beacon here... Hello? Having a warp beacon here would probably be a good start. Because that way we should be able to see up the hill back this way, and then also go in that direction. So let's go grab another one of our extra radars over here. And I said 3, right? Yeah, 3 more. 3 more, and then we can move on to Serene Deluge. And warp. Alright, so don't seem to be any in that direction. Let's go this way then. And we currently have 2 waymarks. Okay. Here's one of them. Pretty good chance that the last 2 I need are just like down there in that temple. So 1 puzzle radar. There's 1 in this temple. How about... How about I unmark this one? I'm gonna remember that one. But I do want to have the radars marked. That's not even the radar I saw, is it? Oh my goodness. Okay, there's the last one. Just once again, rolling in an obscene amount of radars. We went from like not having enough to like constantly having an oversaturation of them. It's kind of great, actually. Alright, let's line this up. Let's drop that. Alright, this puzzle solves itself. 2 more to go. And when we leave, let's grab this radar right here. And I guess we're just gonna like kind of scout with it. Because what are we looking at in the Serene Deluge? We already did like 3 or 4 puzzles over there, so we're looking at 25-ish more puzzles. Oh, this is a radar. Where was this match 3? Is that it? Up there? Yeah, this is it. Okay, let's do that first. Do that second. Let's do that. No, we need to do that without breaking the bottom. Yeah, we need to do a match 4 here, so... How do we set this up for a match 4 on the pink pieces? I think we're gonna have to drop them in. So let's do this and this. Doesn't set up a drop-in situation though. That like just makes things way worse, so we definitely don't want to do that. Like, yeah, that piece is stuck over there forever if we do that. Feel like we need to figure out getting one of these pink pieces over here somehow. What moves do we have right now? We can do this move here, and we can do this move here, and that's it, right? Yeah, so let's do this move. That really doesn't get us where we want to be. That also seems bad. We can move this up, which seems not good. That just doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oh, jeez. What other moves do we have to start with? So this just seems like a horrible move. I'm not saying it is, but it just seems horrible. This seems like the only move that makes sense to start with. But we only have... After that, like, this is the only other move we have that makes sense. Oh, hold up. I didn't see that move there. Oh, silly me. Okay. Well, luckily for us, we only have one more match 3 today, and then after this, we're only going to have 12 more. So we're going to be like match 3 free forever very soon. All right, where's the one we needed? Here it is. All right, doing this match 5 at the start looks enticing. Let's go ahead and do it, considering I'm not seeing any other moves to start with. Alright, now what? Let's set up this cyan pieces here to be kind of lined up properly. Alright, well, it looks like we kind of just made a mess by doing all that. What if we move this the other direction? Kind of the same situation. Okay, what else can we do here? We can do this. And that. Doesn't seem what we want to do. What we want to do. Jeez, we have so many moves here. They're all going to be one of these moves. Maybe we do this move first, actually. Hold up. Let's do that next. Okay, now we can get a match 4. And we can get a match 3, and then we can set that up. Yes, okay, cool. We are done with our Verdent Glenn. We reached match 3 level 59, and reached almost level 141. Next up, let's check our marker count really quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we don't have any markers. We're just gonna kind of do what we see immediately around us. Try to take mental notes. Alright, let's just go straight up from here. 2 up there, 1 up there. 1 here, 1 there, 1 there. I think that's enough to kind of get started with. And honestly, we're just going to break one of our markers to mark that puzzle radar instead. It's in a much more convenient place. Alright, so far so good with this one. Alright, and then we're going to drop down. Connect all light squares and do not make a light square. This is going to be down here somewhere. Do have to go through this corridor. All right. Alright, all the dark pieces need to be Tetris pieces once again. Let's see. Whatever this piece is doing, this light piece is mirroring it, so this is going to be dark over here. Let's see, if this is dark, this would need to go... No, if this is dark, this would need to be light, light, and then that would need to be dark, that would break. But if this is light, this would need to be dark, 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 and that would work. So that's going to be the only way to do that shape, I believe. Alright. Kind of a tricky one going on here. Don't think those can touch. And this needs to pick that one up, so it's going to go like that. Alright. That was a tricky one indeed. Where's our warp beacon right now? I think it's next to some puzzle radar, so I'm not going to move it just yet. Let's go up here and grab these boys up here, though. There were 3 grids up here. 2 up on this one, and then 1 on the island over there with a pillar on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6. I don't have any special moves here besides 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Dark there, and is this touching any other borders? Not that I see. Wait. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. These can't connect. Okay. Is that a 2-pipper? What on earth? I guess I should, like, remind myself, the amount of pips a puzzle has is, like, how difficult it is to solve, not, like, how fast it can be solved, so... Alright, rectangles only. I'm thinking this looks good. See, like, that was the same difficulty as the previous one. Maybe in solving, but not in, like, how long it took to solve, of course. I feel like I've gone on about this topic, like, many, many times, so I should probably shut up. Alright, let's figure out where this is going. This is gonna be light, so... Light, light, dark, dark, dark. Dark regions are all area 3. Whoops, wrong button. These can't connect. Those can't connect. Whoops, wrong button again. Let's see, this has to be dark over here, no matter how this 2 comes out. These can't connect. Oh gosh, what have I done? There's some massive error here. Okay, it was that piece. So this has to go like that in there. That makes more sense now that I'm looking at it. Obviously the 3 had to have enough space to fill out, but not make like an isolated dark tile. Okay, let's go steal another radar from Verdent Glenn. We can grab this one next. Oh, hey, I see the ethereal sky drop here. Let's see if we can find it and get it. It's always a nice bonus of, always a nice number of sparks to pick that up, so... I think it's right here I'm seeing it. Aha, yeah, here it is. Very tough to spot, but we did find it. Alright, next radar, let's go. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have a whopping 1 marker to work with. Okay. 1. Alright, let me go around these mountains, and I'll just mentally mark what I want to do. Oh, there's the Wandering Echo over here as well. Okay, I might need to go back again later. And a hidden ring? I didn't know we had hidden puzzles. Hold on. Oh wait, I looked earlier and confirmed we had hidden puzzles because that's why I took this Luminous quest. Well, like, whatever though. Like, it's not going to be the end of the world if I don't use a puzzle raider up efficiently. We have plenty to go around, so... Case in point. Something has gone wrong here. Let's start that again. So 3 means just those. I mistakenly did the up and down from this side as well, but it didn't have to be the up and down. Alright, so from here... we could do this. No, we can't do that. Okay, so this one has to be light and then go down like that. Then this one's got to be light and it just finishes up. Let's see, this can't connect to anything that's not pointed at the same thing as that 4. So these can't connect there with a dark cell. This same for this 5. In fact, this 5 is already done. Alright, that one was a little bit tricky, but we did figure it out. Let's jump up here for this logic grid that was on this path. Yep, here it is, a 5 pipper. Oh boy, okay, this is the straight lines only rule, I believe. So... really, I'm just gonna pre-place these just to have an idea of where to get started here. Like, these 9s we're definitely gonna need to connect, so we can go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then one more down that direction. These are all dark. All dark. Whoops. 4 is gonna have to go like this, so that finishes the 9. 3, 3, and 2 is good over there. I'm gonna stop marking all of the dark cells now because this is looking pretty good so far. So 7, probably just take up that whole space. 4, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4. Done. Done now, actually. Alright, and then we can drop down here. I saw another puzzle radar over there. Is it this one? Yeah. What did I mark? Let's move that marker over there. This one's gonna probably end up being over an hour, but we're gonna be, like, having so much progress. It's gonna be so good. Okay, we need to have no squares and connect all the colors to something. So this point here is a point of no crossing, so the 16 here is going to be blocking the 23 and the 21. So I think yeah, that sounds correct. Alright, so let's just do kind of the more obvious moves at the moment right here. So if this is dark, the light has to come all the way in. And if any of these are dark, we're in trouble, so that's going to have to be like that. Alright, there's our 16 already, actually. Good. 21's gonna have to pick up some more. Let's finish the 23, maybe. I could finish the... No, I can't. Never mind. Alright, there's the 21, and there's the other 21. And random sky drop. Alright, let's go back to Verdent Glenn, get yet another radar. I think I'm gonna pause the recording for this one. Oh, never mind. There's a convenient one right here. We have still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 markers right now. Oh, jeez. We can't mark anything once again, so I'm gonna kind of have to keep a mental tally of things the best I can. Okay, there's one down here. One over here. Maybe I'll just do like 2 or 3 instead of going like absolutely crazy with this. Alright, let's do the Sentinel Stone and these 2 logic grids right here. Like, having so many radars bookmarked is actually like kind of becoming catastrophic for us. Alright, where's this one exactly? It's on the top of that temple. Okay. Alright, no squares. Connect all light and dark. Let's see. If we do light here, we're in trouble. If we do light here, we're in trouble. So light has to be here. These have to be dark. Alright, there's our light perimeter. Light, dark, and then dark, light in here. We've messed up somewhere. This is the earliest one? I did that at the start of the puzzle. What are you talking about? Oh, no. Alright, we need to restart, like, from the very beginning here. I really messed it up. Okay, so this is still accurate on this side. Light here, dark there, dark light. There we go. That's where that should have been. I don't know what I was thinking when I did whatever I did before. Alright, and another one here. Alright, this 4 is going to have to incorporate into the 6. This 3 is going to have to go up. Connect all dark cells. Okay. Well, we can't make a light in here. That would block in the 4 and the 3, like into a corner over here. Same reason over here. We can't go up with that one. So the 4 can't come up here, so the 4 has to go there at least by 1. Alright, there we go. Getting some moves in here. 3, I'm guessing, is better to go that way to make more room over here. And then 6 just does that. Okay. Alright, let's go take this marker out of the Shady Wildwood. Let me turn in this quest, I guess. 800 extra sparks for us. And what are we doing? Where am I? Why am I here? What did I mark up there? Isn't that a puzzle? And I did it? Oops. That's embarrassing. I've had a puzzle that I had done marked for the whole time. Someone's probably yelling at their screen the whole dang video. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go back over here. Let's use one of these launch pads. I think it can get us to the puzzle radar that's over yonder. Here we go. Whee! have 2 markers available. What do I even have marked right here? Like, why is there a marker right near us? What did I mark down here? Oh, it's up there. What did... Oh, it's a radar. Okay, okay, okay. Never mind. Calm down. Calm down. We're okay. And end this panic. Alright, I don't think we've really checked out the valley yet. Let's go check the valley out. We'll take this launch pad upwards just to get a little extra height. We have 2 markers that we can use in here. Okay, we have a hidden ring. I see a sentinel stone over there. Let's mark the sentinel stone in that logic grid. Too many puzzles marked over here, man. I see several puzzles over there. Let's just drop down here. Let's do the logic grid I saw down here. Connect all light cells. Okay. Kind of a lot in this little valley section we saw. I just couldn't really mark hardly any of it. There was a logic grid here behind the elephant, I believe. Down here. Yep. 4, 3, 5. Block this. Do that. Okay. Nice and quick one. Let's go up here. There's a lot in this little temple bridge thing today. I don't know if you even call it. What'd you call this thing? A couple of videos ago I was calling it like the split temple. Connect all dark cells. Kind of same old usual stuff, to be honest. 1 symbol per light area. Classic Nurikabe, of course. Which I like light. I like Nurikabe, don't get me wrong. Okay, so now we have to make a decision there with that. This 5 needs to come down here to block off a 2x2, so that's not going that way. It's gonna have to wrap around like that to prevent anything. So this puzzle probably must enjoy the number 5, if I were to guess. This 5 has to go to that. This has to escape. 5 enjoyers assemble. How are we doing this section? I guess let's just connect everything. It's probably a good way to start. Alright, I saw some more puzzles in here, but I'm not really confident I'm going to find them all. I didn't really get a good read on their relative position, so just going to take a quick look around. Yes, I saw the radar. We'll go ahead and mark it. How many markers do we have? It'd be, like, nice for this kind of situation if you had a... We have 5 markers already. If you had, like, a visual indicator on your screen for how many markers you had, besides, of course, the actual physical markers themselves and, like, having to find them on my screen and count them all individually. Like, no, that's too much to ask for. Am I right? How dare you? How dare you, suggest I count objects? Okay. Sentinel stone. With kind of a lot of pillars on it. Okay, ooh. Let me take a quick look to see what we're still looking at here. 1 more hidden ring. 6 more grids. The Wandering Echo. I saw where that was over there. I can go grab it. Okay, let's go get the Wandering Echo since I vaguely recall where it is. And maybe we'll see some puzzles on the way over there. In all likelihood, actually, not really very likely at all. There's just not that many puzzles left. I mean, at this point, we just take it, right? So that we can walk up into this corner of the map and be like, oh, yep, we're all clear over here. Let's kind of bend back this way. Get this hidden ring right here. Get this logic grid, and then we'll get that Wandering Echo. That'll be plenty of progress for this, what's it called? For that radar. Forgot what game I was playing for a second. Okay, don't want to go up there. Alright, 4 is going to need to go here to break a 2x2. And then here as well. So let's go ahead and do that. 5's going to have to go here, and this 5's just going to fill the space it has left. Let's get this Wandering Echo. Excuse me. This Wandering Echo seems to be on the fence about which side of the wall it wants to be on. Alright. Do I want to go back to the Verdent Glenn and get that other radar? I think it's, like, not of importance, to be honest, to be efficient with the radars at this point. Let's just come down and grab this one. Let's go up to the Pearl, since we know we're pretty much all clear in this corner of the map. Let's go up that direction. Oh, bonk. Yep, I saw that coming. And we're gonna have to use another jump to get up here. Oh no, there's a 3-star puzzle up there. Oh no. I mean, we're doing it. I definitely want to finish all of the puzzles available today, but I'm not sure how prepared I am for this. So here we go. Oh boy. And then I knew I was missing a couple over here, so let me try to get a visual on... Okay, I'm just gonna say we are good on that one. There's one in here. Get a visual on this one because I could not find it before. There it is. Okay. Connect all light cells, okay. I think we need to come down here to connect those. Then from here, this and this, I think. Whoops. There we go. Again, that was a 2-pipper? Like, what on earth? Okay, that was a really bad jump. I guess since we're up here, let's just knock this one out. Alright, connect all numbers, viewpoints only. Okay. I might end up needing a hint for this one, since it's been a while since I've done anything kind of on this difficulty of puzzle. Let's try it in earnest first, though, before we do anything. So... Yeah, I'm just not really seeing a great place to start this. I will go ahead and take a hint to get started here. Okay. So what does it want us to look at here? If we do light here, it kind of breaks that immediately. So, okay. Good starting point, I guess. Kind of. I don't know. Is that really that helpful? If we go down with this one, we would have to do something like that. I don't see anything wrong with this. What if we go up with this one? That would have to go up by 1. This one would have to go at least like that. Nothing immediately wrong with any of this so far. Okay, this is a kind of pivotal point. That would have to go like that, and that makes an issue. Okay. So yeah, that is, in fact, not correct. We have to go down with that one, right? Yeah, okay. This is like one of the big differences between star puzzles, is that if you make a mistake, you have to... It's usually quite a ways away before you can actually find where that issue is in your puzzle logic. Okay, so what can this 2 do exactly? If we go like this, the 5 has to come like that out at minimum. Then it has to come out this way. And it breaks that. So 2 cannot go that way either. 3 can go this way. 4 can come up here. Should have spotted that earlier. If 2 goes down, do we get a similar problem? No, it's like, looks totally different now, so... What if 2 goes this way? That doesn't really give us anything. Okay. What is it? What should we be looking at now? This tile, huh? So if this is dark, what does that mean? That means we'd have to do this, which means we'd have to do that, which means we'd have to do that. Actually, I think because of that, we kind of have some built-in symmetry over here. So all of those have to be light, right? Yeah, okay. And if this is dark, it's going to do the same thing. So that's got to be light. I think these basically all have to be symmetrical, right? They do. Okay. Where else should I really be looking here? Okay. Just having a really hard time visualizing what we're doing here. So let's see. Let me just try this. So if we go with that move, all of these now have to fill in. And that gets stuck. Okay, so we cannot go like that with that move. That didn't really, again, that doesn't really feel like it helps us greatly, but I guess, sure, let's try that move. So now it forces the 5s to go around this way, and it breaks that one. Okay. Alright, this should more or less give us the solution. Wait, no, not really. I feel like this 4... Doesn't matter which way this 4 goes. Well, that was correct, apparently. I seem to have made some mistake at some point. Let's see. Yo, why is this puzzle so hard, man? I mean, I know why it's hard. It's a, what's it called? 3 pipper. 3 star. 8 pipper, right? Alright, if we do that, that breaks that. So we need to go here with this. And then if we do that, this breaks this. So this has to be like that. That has to be like that. Okay, I mean, not my proudest solve, but we did tumble the behemoth down, so. Alright, there was one in here, or was it on top of here? Or outside of here somewhere? Oh man, that puzzle, like, just took so long. It has now, like, scrambled everything that I had in my head. I knew there was one on or near that building, but now I don't remember exactly where it was. And there was also one inside of this building? Yeah, okay, we found this one at least. Viewpoints will, like, forever be my shame. Okay, connect all light and dark. We have a full border we can apply here. Which kind of, like, just gives us a lot of puzzle to work with, like, immediately. 1, 2, 3, 4... Oh, 7. It's already done. 6 there. Okay. Thank you for the break after that previous monstrosity. Oh, there it is. We can... That's funny. We saw it, like, through the cracks of the building. Okay. More viewpoints. I, love this, I guess. 4, 5, 6. We need big numbers next to small numbers. Okay, so here this 5 can go 1, 2, 3, 4. This 6 can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 can go 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 5 can't go any further. See, 6 can go 4, 5, 6. 3 can go like that. Okay, finally we got kind of a starting point here. This 6 can now go an extra tile. This 6 can go up and then over one more. That can go over one more. But it can't go there. Alright, slow down there. We don't have to connect all dark cells or anything, we just have to finish all of these viewpoints here. Which is kind of a lot still. Ooh, that was a lot for a 3 pipper, I'm not gonna lie. Let's take this radar. Let's check our puzzle count. I think we're on our final stretch here. Okay, one more logic grid, and that's it. Let's find it. We haven't really checked up here. Yeah, wouldn't you know, it's just right up here. Just beyond the edge of where we had checked. And it's a 1 pipper, thank goodness. Woo! We get like a break to finish today off on. It's a one pipper, but actually it looks like this, so kind of intense for a one pipper, but I guess it's okay. Alright, okay, jeez. I'm gonna do like this armor ring to freaking de-stress. Let's finish our daily Skydrops quest here that I'm hanging on to, and then that's what we're gonna call it. I know like the episode's already gone on 80 minutes, but we can afford to go an extra 30 seconds at this point. If you're enjoying the series, you know the drill. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, etc. But before I end the video, let's take a quick look to see how many puzzles we got today. And these don't count, unfortunately, but they do count for our cosmetics. Which I am going to be finishing our cosmetics, don't worry about that. Even though I'm probably... At this rate, there's a pretty good chance I finish the, what shape is this? Oh, there we go, jeez. There's a pretty good chance I finish 100% of the game and still don't own all the cosmetics, which would be funny, but it's kind of looking very likely at this point. Alright, do we want glide rings? No. We don't want any of these. Okay, that's gonna do it. Okay, let's run save stats. While that's running, let's pull up what our puzzle totals were before. We started today's episode with 15,917. And our new puzzle total is 15,985. So 78 puzzles, I believe. Whoops, not 78. 85 plus 78. Our new totals are Verdent Glenn still 98, Shady Wildwood now 98, and Serene Deluge now 96. So we are looking at a little over 120 puzzles for Serene Deluge, about 50 more puzzles for Shady Wildwood, and about 50 more puzzles for Verdent Glenn. So yeah, we are getting very close here. But anyways, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.